This is the John Brown Alliance, where we don't fear, we fight. Welcome to day 3 of the Epstein Files. Where's my Doge money? $17 trillion surplus, Golden Ballroom, Gilded Age, government shutdown. Now that you have a little bit of extra time, how about turning off MSNBC and CNN and tune into us, independent media and content creators who are going out getting real information, not repeating the same thing over and over again, and keeping you up to date on what's going on in real time. Before I forget, please like and subscribe to this video. It'll move us up in the algorithms and make this content more readily available to you. Welcome to the first installment of American History, a Horror Story. Today, I would like to talk about a Dakota Sioux named Mapia Okinajin. It just so happens that I'm Lakota, he's Dakota, and the other third nation was Nakota. We have for many years lauded the Mayo Clinic, and I don't take away the intentions of the founders, especially the nuns involved in that, nor the doctors and their commitment to, at that time, allowing anyone of any race or any religion to come in and be treated. And at that time, it was the best possible medical attention you could get. However, there were sacrifices made for this to be possible. And as the United States government under Donald Trump, MAGA, and Republicans are trying to take away American history and whitewash all the parts that don't make white people feel good, we need to take time to talk about those things. Now, ever since the Revolutionary War, white people in America, especially of privilege, have always needed a certain number of poor, disenfranchised people of all colors to fight their battles. The same thing is happening today. During the Civil War, people paid other people to go fight for them or paid their families. It happened in World War I, World War II, Vietnam. It was always the poor people that went off to fight. The people who couldn't claim they had bone spurs. But I digress. Another group that was used that a lot of people don't take into consideration is freed slaves, or freed enslaved people. I like to use that term, as buffalo soldiers, to go out after Emancipation Proclamation into the West to slaughter Native Americans in the name of the United States of America. Now, if you are enslaved, given your freedom, and then you're told if you do this, that, and the third, you're going to be a citizen, after generations of that experience, you're probably going to believe that. I'm not excusing what the Buffalo Soldiers did. I'm just stating what might have been the state of mind at that time. So I want to talk about He Who Stands in the Clouds, is what his name is translated to. Mapia Okinajin. On the order of President Abraham Lincoln, 38 Native Americans, one being a white adopted into a Native American nation, were executed in Mankato, Minnesota. This was the largest mass execution in American history. They were executed during or after the Dakota War. Now keep in mind, these people were invaded. They were protecting their lands, their children, their wives, their way of life. So this was not a terrorist plot against the United States. The United States was already inhabited, therefore not discovered. And then these people were punished for doing what every last one of you would have done yourselves. This took place on December 26, 1862. Around that same time, after a cataclysmic weather event, Dr. William Worrell Mayo and a bunch of nuns had founded, it wasn't called the Mayo Clinic then, but they decided that they were going to build this hospital so that the people in their community could have readily available health care, which wasn't a thing back then. So, on this particular day, after the execution, these individuals were put in a shallow grave close to where they were executed, and these special gallows had been erected. Probably not before their bodies could get warm. A plethora of physicians went to that site, removed the bodies, and then used them as cadavers. In particular, Dr. William Worrell Mayo dug up the body of Mapia Okinajin, melted the skin off of his body, and displayed his skeleton in his home for his children to play with. Now, he had 2 sons that later became doctors, but this was their medical specimen very early in life. Now, in the documentary about the Mayo Clinic, Ken Burns does not tell you all of this. Many people don't know all of this. But this skeleton remained on display, if you can believe it, in the Mayo home until it was returned in 1998. It was not until 2018 when the Mayo Clinic wanted to issue a scholarship for 1 Native American per year to attend classes for free, that they issued a formal apology for this action. This was a man, a warrior, with a family, and obviously with descendants, because one of those descendants were contacted for this story. This is what Make America Great Again means right now. This is what happened time and time again. And it is what will happen if we don't stand our ground and hold the line. In honor of Mapia Okinajin, I say Wankantanka, Nichi-un, Mitakwa Yoyasin. This is the John Brown Alliance. When you see something wrong, do something right.